Thank you very much. And greetings from Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. This is C.P. McGregor speaking. Welcome to the La Rosa Hollywood Theater of Stars, radio's greatest daytime dramatic program. Every day, a complete 30-minute drama from Hollywood. Every day, a famous Hollywood star. Today, our star is Benny Rubin, and the title of our play, Citizen Tommy, Connecticut. Act 1 in just a moment, but first, a word from our announcer, Wendell Niles.
Here's exciting food news. It's at your grocer's now. The great new 1949 Durham wheat harvest is in, and it's the finest ever produced. That means La Rosa brings you the most delicious macaroni, spaghetti, and egg noodles you ever tasted, because La Rosa's got the cream of the crop. You see, La Rosa is the world's largest user of fine Durham wheat semolina, so it's natural that leading Durham millers offer La Rosa first choice of Super Select number 1 cream of the crop semolina, the finest ever produced. Prove it to yourself by serving La Rosa Grade A macaroni, spaghetti, or egg noodles. Tonight, make the La Rosa 3-way quality test. See, taste, compare. See La Rosa's natural golden color, the natural sunshine of the world's finest semolina. Taste La Rosa's luscious flavor, richer, smoother, more delicious, with that just right, firm yet tender texture. Compare La Rosa with any other macaroni, spaghetti, or egg noodles you ever tasted. Once you try La Rosa, you'll never serve anything but La Rosa. Get the brand with a big red rose on every package. Get La Rosa, America's largest selling macaroni, spaghetti, egg noodles. And for real economy, remember it's a full pound. Now once again, our producer.
The house lights are dimmed, the curtain is raised, and here's Act 1 of Citizen Tommy, Connecticut, starring Benny Rubin. Like Christmas toys in a shop window are the gleaming white farms of Connecticut, where the very air is the breath of peace itself in the cool green lanes. It was into this land of milk and honey, and it was down one of those same lanes that he walked, half stumbling, a peculiar dazed look covering his blue eyes. And he turned into the gate at the white picket fence and made his way to the porch that smelled of clean white pine and of homemade soap. And then, timidly, half fearing, he rapped at the door.
Come in. I'm in the kitchen stirring jelly. You want to set a light or come out here? I'll be through in a minute. Oh, I'm awful sorry to have kept you waiting, but Oh, I thought it was one of the neighbors. Oh, how do you do?
How do you do, ma'am? I hope I ain't intruding.
Why, no, not in the least. But what can I do for you?
Do for me? Well, I don't know. You see, oh, yeah, now I know why I come in here. I'm thirsty, and I'd like a drink of water.
Why, of course.
Please.
As a matter of fact, I've got some fresh churned buttermilk if you'd rather. Just made it fresh this morning. It's out in the potato cellar. I'll get it for you.
Thanks. I don't want to be putting you to no trouble. Oh, gee.
Merciful heavens. Oh, what's the matter with you, mister? Mister!
Lay still a spell, son. You're all right. And 'twon't do to be stirring overlay.
I'll get another cold cloth for his head, Father. Be right back.
Well, what's the matter? What happened to me? I remember standing there asking for a drink of water, and everything started to get swimming. Oh, gee.
I guess you just got a mite of a fainting spell, son.
Something.
Right proper one, says Melissa. Says you didn't miss lolloping your head again the table leg more than a whisper. When did you eat last, son?
Eat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember when I did eat anything.
Here's another cold cloth, Father. How is he?
Appears he's coming round, Melissa. Also to say he'd perk up a mite more if he got some victuals under his belt. Don't think he's et for nigh on to a month of rainy Sundays.
Oh, you put the cloth on his head, Father, and I'll stir up something. A bowl of that soup we had for lunch ought to stick to him. You keep him comforted.
Look, I don't want nobody to go to no trouble for me, mister. I guess I'm all right. I'd better be going.
You'll be staying right where you are, son, till you get something hot and sound inside of you.
Another piece of apple pie? There's plenty.
Gee, no thanks, miss. I couldn't get no more down me.
Right pert sight for the Orioles, seeing a man eat like that, boy. Does a body good.
Yeah.
You feel perked up a mite now, don't you?
Yeah, I feel pretty good.
What's your name, son?
My name?
Yep.
Well, my name...
Man's got to have a name, boy.
Yeah, sure. Man's got to have a name, but I don't seem to remember what mine is. Gee, that's a hot one, ain't it? The guy don't remember his own name.
Uh-huh. Well, tell me this then, son. Where are you heading? Where were you heading when you stopped in here?
Heading?
Yeah.
Heading, yeah. Gee, that's funny, mister. Something must be wrong in upstairs. I don't know.
You don't know your name, and you don't know where you're going?
Yeah, I can't seem to remember nothing. Something in my head.
Do you know where you are, boy?
Where am I?
Yeah.
No. I don't know where I am. I don't know what's the matter with me. I ain't never had no forgetting spells like this.
Lisa.
Yes, Father?
Better get Doc Summers on the telephone. Tell him there's a buddy over here and needs seeing him.
Yes, Father.
Oh, yes, and Lisa.
Yes?
Tell him to bring over some of that tonic for old Bess. Be ailing the boy, Doc.
It appears to me it's one of them things I've been reading about lately, Isaac. Ain't never seen one before, but ain't no doubt that's what it is.
What is it, Doc?
Thing called amnesia.
Whatcha?
Amnesia. Forgetting who he is and where he come from. Never thought I'd see a case myself.
Is it serious?
Well, don't seem to hurt his innards much. Just a case of forgetting what a body's trying to remember. Bears watching.
Poor boy. What do you think I ought to do about him, Doc?
Well, it ain't no mind of mine what you do with him, Isaac. Except it'd be sinful to turn him loose in his condition. Providence only knows what had happened to him.
Maybe I should ought to take him into Hartford to the hospital.
It ain't no hospital case, Isaac. Don't suppose they'd take him without no money. He ain't sick, except in his memory.
Uh-huh.
You was a-saying something just the other day about needing a hand to help your crop, Isaac. Just might be this boy's who you're looking for.
Hate to work strangers out knowing something about him, Doc.
Well, sound judgment.
He looks all right to me, Father. Honest enough.
Looks a skin deep, eh?
Well, personal, it wouldn't be my gumption to put no stamp of approval on a man somebody else is working, but if it was me, I'd chance. Be doing a human favor. Don't think the boy's got a bad spot in him.
Well, suppose you're right as usual, Doc. 'Twould be doing the Lord's rule to help thy neighbor. Most like I'll keep him, if he'll stay.
I'm glad, Father. I like him.
You mind your sass now, Lisa. I don't want no lollygagging if he stays. He ain't got no name. What did the buddy call him, I wonder?
Don't matter none what the body's calling name is, Isaac. If there's anything to do.
I've always liked the name of Thomas.
Lisa.
Yes, Tom?
Lisa, I wanted to...
Yes, Tom?
I'm going to be leaving soon.
Leaving? For where?
Remember what we was talking about yesterday, Lisa? About people getting married?
Yes?
Lisa, your father was talking to me this afternoon. He said that he was getting old and he wanted me to take over the farm.
Oh, Tom, that's wonderful.
Yeah, but I gotta be leaving first. Lisa, I gotta find out something about me, who I am, what my name is. Lisa, I ain't got no right to be even talking to you without knowing who's doing the talking. I'm gonna try to find out who Tom is, Lisa, and if I do, and if he's okay, I want to come back and ask you something.
Do you mean to marry you, Tom?
Yeah, I guess it is.
You don't have to go away, Tom. I don't care who you are. I know you're all right.
A man's got to have a last name, Lisa. I gotta go.
All right, if it'll give you peace of mind. But it still doesn't matter. To me, you can never be anyone else but Tom.
Fate is a strange thing, for it was fate that on the following morning created a loose rung on the haymow ladder while Tom was climbing to the loft to throw down feed for the cattle. And as his weight reached the broken rung...
Tom! Tom!
Oh.
Father, come quickly. Tom's had an accident. Oh, Tom, darling, what happened?
My head.
Oh, Tom, sweetheart. Don't move. Just lie still.
Tom. Who you calling Tom? And who are you? What am I doing in this place?
Tom.
Where are you getting this Tom stuff? Let me get up.
Oh.
What the devil am I doing here? What?
Father! Something happened to Tom.
Come in.
Look, miss, will you please stop calling me Tom? My name's Joe Regas. You ought to know me. Joe Regas, the light heavyweight champion of the world.
The curtain falls on Act One of Citizen Tommy, Connecticut, starring Benny Rubin. Our popular star and our distinguished cast of La Rosa radio players return shortly for Act Two. Enjoying the performance, Wendell?
I sure am, CP. You know, Benny Rubin is one of those versatile performers who can play almost any part. In fact, 101 different parts. The same goes for a package of La Rosa macaroni, spaghetti, or egg noodles. They're always wonderful for any of 101 different recipes. For instance, here's an unusual and delicious dish, spaghetti with beef liver sauce a la Rosa. All you need is La Rosa Grade A thin spaghetti, sliced beef liver, and a few other inexpensive ingredients. Put them all together and you've got a real banquet. Just wait till you hear the family rave over this La Rosa treat. For the detailed recipe and 100 other wonderful La Rosa treats, consult your La Rosa cookbook. Or if you've not gotten yours yet, send for your big 64-page recipe book today. It's free. Write La Rosa. That's L-A, capital R-O-S-A, care of this station. Now prove La Rosa's superiority yourself. See, taste, compare. Make the La Rosa three-way quality test. 1, see La Rosa's natural golden color, the pure sunshine tone of the world's finest semolina. 2, taste that luscious La Rosa flavor, richer, smoother, more delicious. Made in the La Rosa manner by master macaroni makers. Made the unhurried old-world way for that just right, firm yet tender texture. 3, compare La Rosa with any other macaroni, spaghetti, or egg noodles you ever tasted. Once you try La Rosa, you'll never serve anything but La Rosa. That's the reason it's America's largest selling brand. Now back to the La Rosa Hollywood Theater of Stars and our famous producer, C.P. McGregor.
And now, here is Act Two of Citizen Tommy, Connecticut, starring Benny Rubin. Fate is a grim humorist, a practical joker of many ironic and sometimes brutal whims. And like Puck, she laughs at these fools that mortals be. For here, at Isaac Wimple's farm in Connecticut, where all was peace and love and gentleness, fate lifts the curtain on a strange act of drama. He who came to Isaac Wimple's farm as a nobody has now become a somebody. In fact, a lightning metamorphosis has changed Lisa's Tom into a grim-lipped, hard young fighter named Joe Regas, ex-lightweight champion of the world. In the kitchen of the Wimples' home, a drama unfolds itself, with Isaac perplexed, bewildered, his old brows furrowed with worry, and Lisa, white of face, her breath coming short and quick as she waits and watches tensely this man who was Tom, who loved her, but in whose blue eyes now gleams no sign of friendly recognition. Instead, there is reflected a look of bitter hatred, and anger contorts his sun-weathered face as he speaks.
Yeah, sure, it's all coming back. Getting as clear as day. Joe Regas been a sucker, been took, see? When did I first come here?
It's been most a year and a half, boy.
Year and a half, huh? I've been here a year and a half not knowing I was here. Well, that dirty rat, that Slip Cardiff, walks away with my title. Okay. I got something to say to Slip Cardiff and a couple of things to do. I'm going to belt that guy for every day of this last year and a half.
You're figuring on to leave here, son?
Yeah. And look, maybe I don't sound like it, see, right now, but you took me in like you say. You've been taking care of me. I ain't forgetting that. Joe Regas don't forget nothing.
Doesn't he?
No, ma'am, he don't.
Listen, boy. Since you've been here, all of us in the community have come to like you more than a mite. Doc Summers, the Kerners, all of us. And we wouldn't like to lose you, son, if we can help it.
Yeah, I understand, and I ain't forgetting that neither. But you see, I got something to take care of. A little paying back to do.
What happened, boy? That is, if you're a mind to tell.
Plenty. I was a light heavyweight champion of the world, see? I am now, for that matter. That's me, Joe Regas. Built myself up out of no place. Worked like a lousy dog for 5 years, so what happens? I matched with this contender, Slip Cardiff, see? I knew he's a pushover, but I train hard anyways. I always did. And that night in the garden, I should have known there was something fishy. See, I got a manager. His name is Al Boyner. And while I'm in my dressing room waiting for the main, Al says to me...
Hey, Joe, I want to talk to you.
Yeah?
Of course, this ain't no time to be talking about it, but I was just wondering.
Yeah, what about?
Well, I was just thinking about, what if something should happen? I mean, you got plenty of jack cashed away in a sock.
What are you talking about, Al?
Well, you ain't got no family, no heirs, so to speak, and if something should happen to you. I mean, like you was hurt, maybe. That one bounced too many off in the beam.
Yeah?
Well, supposing that did happen. I ain't saying it's going, understand? But just supposing. Supposing you get in a hospital and you can't sign no checks or draw no dough out of the bank. So what's going to happen?
Yeah, I never thought of that.
Yeah, that's what I mean, Joe. So I figured you ought to maybe make a little deal with me. You know, sort of a will-like, giving me power of attorney in case something happens to you. And if it did, which I ain't saying it's going to, you're protected, see? I can take care of you.
Sure, that's okay, Al. That's a good idea.
Well, look, I got a paper right here. I had it fixed up this afternoon. Now, all you got to do is sign it, and there you are.
Okay, Al, if you say it's okay.
Sure. Look, now here's a pen. You put your John Henry on it before we go.
That was the beginning. And a fine time to be talking to a guy about something happening to him while he's waiting with his hands bandaged to go up against a challenger. Okay, so the prelims are over. I go up. The arc lights are hot and stabbing. The usual racket from the mob, you know? The usual announcements about in this corner and weight and stuff. And then the ref calls us both in the center of the ring.
All right. You boys know the rules. I want you to break clean in the clinches when I tell you to. Watch the low punches. Now go to your corners, and when the bell rings, come out and shake hands. That's all.
And there's the 10-second whistle. Trainers are going out of the ring. And there's the bell. The contender comes out of his corner, and so does the champion. Well, what's the matter here? The champion comes out with his hands down. He's walking toward the referee, who waves him back. And as he does, the contender comes in, and the champion goes down. And there's the count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and out. Only one blow struck, ladies and gentlemen, to change the title. And the peculiar part of it is that the champion, Joe Regas, made no effort to defend himself. As Slip Cardiff caught him with a terrific right to the chin.
Sure. I didn't have my hands up. That screwy referee says for us to go back to our corners and come out and shake hands. I thought it was funny at the time, you know, him saying to me about shaking hands. We already shook hands. But me, I do as the referee says. So Cardiff gets me. And that's all I know. Okay, now I got my ideas about what happened. It's a frame. And if they're right, somebody's going to pay and pay plenty.
Well, guess I can see what you mean, boy. And if you're right, I expect most of us hereabouts are with you. Aren't we, Lisa?
Oh, I don't know yet.
So Tom, who is now Joe Regas, checked his suspicions and found them to be correct. And the little community around the farm began to seethe with a just resentment. To them, Joe Regas was Tom, and Tom was one of them. So, quietly throughout the weaving lanes of the countryside, Tom, or Joe Regas, could be seen in the cool early hours of the morning, trotting along in perfect rhythm of training. And then, that night, once more at the Garden, slipped Cardiff, the champion, challenged by a boy from Connecticut named Tom. In his dressing room, Tom's only visitors were Slugsy Dolan, his trainer, Isaac Wimple, and Lisa. Upstairs in the ring, the prelims were still going on.
Well, boy, we're counting on you.
Thanks, Mr. Wimble. And Lisa, will you be counting too?
Tom, or I guess it's Joe. It won't make any difference up our way whether you win or lose. And I guess it's a pretty bad thing to say, but I wish you'd never found out about you being Joe Regas. You've changed too much.
No, I haven't, Lisa. Because you see, these last few weeks, a few things have been coming back to me that I didn't know nothing about. But I do now. Oh, and they're tops. Lisa, if I win tonight, I'll be squaring a deal, see? But win or lose, I'm coming back to the Wimble farm in Connecticut.
And so at Madison Square Garden, under the brilliant glare of lights that cut through the purplish haze of smoke to the squared circle, the static spring of tension was wound tight for the fight to come.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this corner, the light heavyweight champion of the world, 175 pounds, Slick Cardiff. And in this corner, the contender at 173 pounds, the boy from Connecticut with a New York accent, Connie Tom. And there's the bell beginning the light heavyweight championship fight, ladies and gentlemen. Champion is coming out of his corner warily, and Connie Tom takes his first measure, leading with his left and short jabs. There they are, center of the ring. Connie Tom lands a hard right to the champion's jaw, and a left to his heart, another hard right to his head, a left to his midriff.
And the teeming, noisome silence of the arena is cut by the staccato sound of leather on flesh. The brilliant arc stabbing down to watch this drama of strength against strength. And steadily Tom's left hand jabs forward with the speed of a striking serpent, and each time it leaves a red, bruised spot on the champion's face. And then a sudden rain of blows, terrific smashes to the face and body, twisting, chopping blows that cut the flesh to ribbons, and a sudden dull crack of body and leather, and the champion goes down.
How about a few words for the radio audience?
Wait a minute.
Come on now.
Wait a minute. Look, you guys, will you clear out of here? I got something on my mind. Now go on, scram, will you? All of you, thanks.
Lisa, why did you and your dad leave New York instead of waiting to see me after the fight? I won, you know.
Yes, we know. That's why we left.
What do you mean?
A champion doesn't belong in a farm in Connecticut, Joe. He belongs in the ring, in front of reporters and microphones. You're not Tom anymore, you're Joe. Joe Regas, the light heavyweight champion of the world.
That reminds me, Lisa. I got this yesterday in New York at the courthouse. It's for you. If you take it.
What is it?
Read it.
By these presents know all men that the undersigned having appeared before me, and having stated good and sufficient reasons, the undersigned shall henceforth be legally known as the following: Tom, Connie, Joe.
Not Joe, Lisa, Tom. And I couldn't think of anything else for last name, so I put down Connie. And I counted it short for Connecticut. And that's where I'm from. Yeah, sure. I ain't never heard of no prize fighting ring. I'm just a farmer from up in Connecticut with a New York accent.
And so the curtain falls on Act Two of Citizen Tommy Connecticut, starring Benny Rubin. I'll be back to our La Rosa microphone in just a moment to tell you about tomorrow's play. Here now is your announcer with an important message.
See, taste, compare. Prove to yourself the superiority of La Rosa macaroni spaghetti egg noodles. Tonight, make the three-way La Rosa quality test. 1. See La Rosa's natural golden color, the pure sunshine color of the world's finest semolina, the cream of this year's great durum wheat harvest. 2. Taste that luscious La Rosa flavor, richer, smoother, more delicious. Taste that just right, firm yet tender texture. 3. Compare La Rosa with any other macaroni, spaghetti, or egg noodles you ever tasted. Once you try La Rosa, you'll never serve anything but La Rosa. Serve it often. Enjoy real economy. It's the greatest food value on your grocer's shelf. Enjoy a La Rosa treat tonight. Get the brand with a big red rose on every package. Get La Rosa, America's largest selling macaroni, spaghetti, egg noodles. And for real economy, remember it's a full pound. Now, once again, our producer.
Thank you, Benny Rubin, for that excellent ringside performance. Your punch was terrific. No wonder you're a champion. Tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, we have a stirring dramatic story for you titled Once Upon a Time, which stars that well-known and highly popular actor, Elliot Lewis. Be sure to join us tomorrow, won't you? Until then, thanks for listening, and cheerio from Hollywood.